banana nut, blueberry, bran, buttermilk spice. Interesting. I never heard of that. Carrot raisin, cherry almond, chocolate chip, cinnamon, corn, lemon poppy seed, maple bacon, marbled, mixed berry, orange cranberry, pumpkin, savory, sour cream, strawberry, and zucchini. Okay. Let's get into it. So, y'all, it has been a minute. I just found bran. Oh, this marker is kind of hard to see through. But I thought the blue and the brown was like a muffin vibe. So we're gonna roll with it. But yeah, you guys, it has been a long time. How is everybody? I don't want to spend the whole time talking about how long it's been, but I definitely did have a little bit of a hiatus, so I feel a little bit of a need to explain myself. Honestly, I don't even have a good reason. It's just life, you know? Sometimes life is just lifing. But I've thought of this channel so many times, and I'm so happy to be back. Let's see. What are my life updates? I am... We're currently in my, least favorite season. I mean, it's hard to say. I like all the seasons, but I'm much more of a cold person than a hot person, and I really don't do well in the heat. So, this isn't really like the time that I'm thriving, but, you know, we're living. And summer has actually been nice. It's been nice to get, some sun and to get, go to the beach. I've been to the beach. My sister and I went on a trip to the beach just for, a few days, and it was so nice. It was so nice to just, get away from home, and, I hope that a lot of you guys have had the opportunity to go away this summer, because it's just so nice. It really is, the perfect way to just reset and not think about life for a little while. So that was really, really awesome. Other than that, the same old, work's been busy and life's been busy, and the newest, most exciting thing is that I'm just about in the process of moving, which is exciting. Moving not too far. I'm still in the same state, but moving in with my boyfriend. So that's very exciting. We're really excited. We didn't honestly look that long. We're going to an apartment, not super far from where we're at now, but let's see. It's going to be a shorter commute to work for both of us, so that's really one of the most exciting parts. So we started looking, and we're done looking within a week. We only ended up touring 2 places, which is kind of wild, and I don't necessarily recommend that, but at the same time, I wouldn't necessarily advise against it, because I feel like a lot of people said shop around and take your time and don't pick the very first thing that comes your way, which is how we were planning to do it. But as it ended up, we did pick actually the very first place that we toured, but we didn't pick it because it was the first place we toured. We picked it because we liked it, and we had actually taken a couple days to think about it. And we did end up touring another place also, but my advice would be, if you love the first place you toured, don't be afraid to just go with it, because I felt a little weird about it. And I was like, oh, it's the very first place, like maybe we should shop around a little more. But then I thought about it and I was like, well, it ticks all of our boxes, and like there's really no, like if you're just not choosing it because of some like arbitrary rule, then that's like not a great reason. So yeah, it did tick all the boxes for us, and we ended up going with it. Another thing about like modern apartment shopping is that there's so much that you can do online, almost to the point where, I mean, there's certain things like some of the apartments look different online than they really do in person, so you definitely want to go look at it in person. I think that's definitely a really good idea. But like nowadays you can look on Zillow, you can look on apartments.com. There's a lot of different places that you can shop around for apartments, and when you start doing your research online, you actually learn a lot before you even step out the door. So that was helpful, and we made sure like that we were only touring places that kind of like checked a lot of our boxes. So that was helpful, and I think that's why we ended up finding a place so fast. We had a budget, we had a list of things that we needed and a list of things that we wanted, and then we kind of like just went off of that and found places to tour. But anyways, I'm super duper excited about it. I won't be moving until September, but for some reason it's like been a lot of work anyways already. Just starting to like get stuff together and get organized and clean out. Oh my goodness. You don't realize how much stuff you have until you're getting ready to move. It's just so true. I didn't think I like had that much stuff, but as I started going through it, I realized that I did have, and I had quite a few things that I can like bear to get rid of, but I just haven't, because you don't give it a second thought when it like has a spot on your shelf. So I went ahead and I've made a list of all the things that I need to do before actually moving. But one of the things I started with was cleaning out my closet and my bookshelf. So I got rid of a bunch of books, brought them to my used bookstore to donate, and then I went through my closet. I sold some items on, there's an app called Curtsy. I don't know if anyone has heard of it, but I love that app. I have sold quite a good amount of things on there, and bought a good amount of things on there also. It's just a great app for like selling used clothes. So the things that were in like good condition I sold on there, and then anything that was kind of like not worth much I like donated or recycled to like the thrift store. So that was nice and much overdue. So yeah, I'm doing little things to prepare, but won't actually be moving for about a month. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited to decorate. I'm hoping that it's going to be a nice space to be able to film in, because once again, not to make excuses or anything, but I do think that my space really contributes to the amount of filming that I'll be inclined to do. Like the space where I usually film videos is a space that I don't always less space to like do all of our hobbies and filming and all that good stuff, but I'm not too concerned. I think it is actually going to be a really good space for us. I think it's a good amount of space. Oh, I kind of just messed that up. But that is sour cream. I'm not sure if it means like sour cream goes into the muffin, like another kind of muffin, or if it means that it's sour cream flavored, because I've never experienced that kind of muffin, but let me know if you have. Another thing I'll put out there is if anyone has advice regarding moving, let me know, because I'm open to all the advice. I moved away for college, but beyond that, this is my first time moving out of my family childhood home. So it's exciting, but there's so much to think about. So yeah, if anyone has any advice or ideas, let me know. One thing that I have been obsessed with, always, but especially lately, is thrift shopping. I always love thrift shopping. It's just so much fun. I love like finding things that you wanted and you get it for a good price, or finding new things that you didn't know you wanted, but now that it's in front of you at the thrift store, it's like you kind of develop a taste, which is so much fun. I recently got a couple of things for the apartment at the thrift store, and I found like some really good deals. Things like glassware and ceramic things, and like decorations, and even appliances. Like you can find some really nice appliances in good condition. Also furniture, which I haven't really gotten any furniture yet, to be honest, but or I haven't thrifted any furniture yet, to be honest, for this apartment, but I love that the possibilities are endless. I've also been considering, or looking around, Facebook Marketplace, because I've gotten a lot of advice to look on there for furniture and things like that, because the upfront cost of moving is pretty pricey, but obviously it's going to be worth it. It's something that I'm really excited about. So, yeah. I'm super excited about the summer. I turned pretty. It's on Prime, I think. The new season is coming out this week, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I became obsessed with that show. I think it was last summer. My sister and I watched it, and we just got so into it. It's just so good. It's such a great like summer show. Like it just makes you feel so like you're on vacation, and it's just like it's so nice. If you've never seen it, it's kind of like I don't know if it's like a young adult or if it's like what you'd really call it, but it's I guess like a lighthearted drama about a girl. Her name's Belly, and she always spends the summer at this beach house in, I think it's like somewhere in New England, I don't know. But she always spends the summer in this beach house with her mom and her brother, and then her mom's best friend's family, and she has 2 sons, and basically it's like they grew up and they're like, things are changing and everybody loves each other and everybody like dates and breaks up with each other, and it's just so good. But mostly it's just the vibes, the beach vibes. very entertaining. So I'm really looking forward to that coming back this week. And I actually ended up canceling my Prime membership, but I believe my sister still has it, so I will indeed be stealing hers in order to watch this show. I mean, we'll watch it together, but you know. So yeah, that's something I'm really excited about. Other shows and movies and books and things, let's get into it. I've been watching, I feel like I've watched a couple movies lately, but I've been watching Silicon Valley, the TV show, which is so hilarious. It's on HBO. I think I'm on season 2 right now, but oh my gosh, it's so funny. I'm actually obsessed. So I'm watching that right now. Simultaneously, I'm watching Better Call Saul. I watched Breaking Bad a while ago, but I never watched this, so I'm going back and watching that now. I feel like I always end up watching multiple things at once, because you never know, like, what vibe you'll be in the mood for, you know? Like, if you want to watch a sitcom or a drama, and you gotta have multiple at once. Everyone's watching Love Island right now, and I've seen a few seasons of Love Island, but they took it off of, I feel like it was on, like, Netflix or Hulu or something, and now it's only on Peacock, so I don't have that, and I wasn't gonna get it, unfortunately, for one show, so I'm not watching that, but, that's super popular right now. I just started reading, Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, I think. Super popular book everywhere online. It's like a fantasy slash romance. I actually really like it so far. I was kind of torn on if I wanted to read it or not, because I'm not a huge fantasy person, but then, like, thinking it back, like, historically, I was a fantasy girly, like, in high school, even middle school, like, I loved, like, Harry Potter and the Hunger Games and Divergent and all of these fantasy series, so I was like, you know what, maybe it's just been a long time, maybe I just need to get back into it, and I'll like it, so I did, and it has been, like, very enjoyable. It's also nostalgic, because I haven't read a fantasy book in a long time. I also seem to be at a major standstill with this puzzle. I have not found a word in a hot minute, but we're doing our best. Yeah. But let me know what you all are watching and reading and everything like that. Another thing I've been really trying to get into and, like, establish in my life are some good hobbies. I feel like when you're in your 20s, it's tricky because, like, you spend so much time in school, and of course you still have hobbies, but it's more difficult to, like, do them because you're busy with school and then, you know, or work, or, you know, starting work, and it's just like a busy time, and then you're, like, being social, and I don't know, it's just a lot. So once you, like, realize that you actually have time to yourself, like, after work and on the weekends and everything, it's like, whoa, like, what do I do with myself? But I've been trying to embrace more hobbies, so let me think. A couple things that I've been into. Working out is a great hobby, which I've realized and learned the hard way that it's more important than you think. I enjoy it for, like, mental health. And even something like somewhat low impact, or like just walking. I love walking. I find that it's helped with my mental health so much. I can like feel it in my body and in my head when I need to exercise. Yeah, it definitely makes a huge difference. It's still something that I don't do as much as I would like to, but such is life. But yeah, that's something that's pretty important to me. I kind of started running before the summer, but now it's been kind of hot, and I prefer doing other things. So I've been focusing more on like walking and like doing some lifting, and then sometimes I do like YouTube workouts, which are fun and much easier to like keep yourself disciplined when you have someone in front of you doing the same thing. So that's nice. So I've been doing that occasionally. And then what else? Reading. I've definitely become a reader again. I had a while where I wasn't reading, and I was like such a reader growing up, and then like I said with like school, like I don't know, you just lose track of time. And but anyways, I've definitely come back to it, and I have been loving it. Super fun. I finally got a Kindle this year too, so that has been helping me read a lot more often. And that's really fun. I'm loving like trying new shows and movies. Journaling is something I've been into. I'm trying to think of what else. I don't know. Thrift shopping, obviously. Yeah. But I'm always down for new hobby ideas, because I just think it's so fun. I'm always looking for reasons to get off of my phone and like get into my life, like be in the moment, do things that are enriching and like helping my brain instead of hurting it. Just things that are more fulfilling than scrolling, because I can definitely scroll for a very long time. I can definitely make that happen. But I'm trying not to as much. But yeah. Some of these words, I mean, granted I've been talking the entire time, but some of these words are tricky for me right now. Do you ever watch a video of someone doing a puzzle and you're like finding the words before them, and you're like, I just want to tell you that it's right there, but I can't because this is a video. Yeah, I'm sure people would be doing that right now if they were watching, because I am doing this quite slowly. This is super random, but my newest fixation is wanting to go to Iceland. It's become like a dream of mine. I would actually kill to go there. I keep seeing pictures online, or I I see like people in my life are going, and it looks so gorgeous and so lovely. I would love to go there. Has anybody been there before? It just seems like a really, really cool place. Super cool. Well, we have two choices. I could either lock in on this puzzle and be really boring, or I could throw in the towel. But let's see if we can find one more word. At the very least. I'm not finding a lot of the C words here. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I think I just found one. Carrot raisin. I would usually just call that a carrot cake muffin. But that's okay. Okay, you know what? Let's do one more, because I feel like we can. I feel like we can do this. Let's see. But yeah, all in all, things are good. Life is good. I'm happy. I hope you are all doing absolutely amazing. I've missed you, and I found cinnamon. Okay, we're gonna call it a crossword right there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video, and I hope you have an amazing day or night.